Hi everyone. I know that I shared with you my kind of do-it-yourself traveler's notebook that I made recently, but I wanted to sort of give you an update now that I've just barely started using it. I mean, it hasn't come with me on the train yet. I feel like that somehow, like writing on the train is a certain like gauntlet that I need to go through before, oh, little stickers. To know if a journal is going to work. But I just wanted to share with you, I printed out some monthly calendars because I have no patience and no artistic ability to make calendars. So I just printed out for the summer and shoved them in there. I have a June list of things to do. I have ideas for YouTube videos, which if you have any ideas or any questions that you want to ask about journals or my fiction or anything, just please comment. Here I have my week. I'm going to do weekly lists, maybe even daily, like break it up into daily lists. So this will basically be the bullet journal part of it, because I find that when I have just one volume that is bullet journal, calendar, bullet journal, personal journal, and fiction writing stuff, it just fills up too quickly, or like one part of it will fill up really quickly. So like the last journal I did, it's like I have my personal journal back here, and then there's a page in the front and a page in the middle, and I'm just like hopping around the whole thing, and there's no page numbers, no index. So the thing just, I mean, I at least date every page so I'd be able to figure it out, but it just gets so like crazy, chaotic, out of order. So I'm going to try this and see what I can do. Basically, I used some washi tape at about 2 in the morning because I couldn't sleep, and urgent apparently to use washi tape. I just put some right here to separate. I kind of did by like half signature. So this first signature will be one novel that I'm working on, and then I had some ideas for a revision of another that I want to try, again at 2 in the morning. So I made I think I gave this one signature because I really want to focus on it, and then this gets half a signature, and then this is another novel that I'm sort of working on, and then the rest of this will be just for journaling. So I do have some concerns that I'm going to fill up parts of this book too quickly, and B, perhaps focusing on too many novels all at once. This is a distinct possibility. If you have any experience with this, please comment below. I am really interested to hear how you've dealt with this. Also, as far as this like the book itself goes, like I love this nice soft leather cover, and I'm super pleased with my little stitching that I did with it. I don't know, I feel like it makes me love it even more that I like made it myself, because I do have craftiness in me that I don't always have time to explore, but these notebooks aren't totally the right size for it. I think I would probably, like, if I use these again in future, I might try to cut them down a little bit. Like this is the right width, I think, but it's a little bit too tall. Maybe I could cut it down. And this, like I love this size, but it is a little bit too wide. So maybe next I'll try to fit a more narrow notebook in here. As you've seen, I have a collection of unused notebooks that I could probably pull from. The other thing is, and I think I mentioned this in my video about creating this, that I tried, like with my first iteration of this traveler's notebook, I tried to use just inserts, just these paper covered inserts. And there was something about it. I think it was the whole writing on the train issue that it felt, especially for journaling, it felt like I was putting my like deep personal thoughts into a pamphlet. Like it just felt so flimsy. And the irony of this is that I don't even necessarily need to keep all of my journals. Like there have been journals that I've destroyed and gotten rid of before it occurred to me to, film them and share it with you on YouTube. So, that's unfortunate. But there's something about writing personal things in a really flimsy book that made me sad and just like was not as satisfying as this. Like, and this isn't even that fancy, but just this hardcover, creamy pages, wide spaced for my ridiculous, messy handwriting. This is just much more satisfying. So I think in future, excuse me, if I get the sizing right, maybe I'll be able to have like a hardcover journal and maybe 2 inserts for, one for bullet journaling and then one for fiction. And maybe I could consider working on fewer novels at a time, but I don't know. I can't say that it's working for me. I'm also in the midst of querying for, looking for a new agent for an adult novel that I wrote because my previous literary agent, I got her when I was writing young adults and she was great. But then my young adult novel turned into an adult novel, which I'm like pleased about because I think it makes more sense as an adult novel. But she doesn't rep adult novels. So now I'm in the querying process again. If you want to hear more about that, comment below and we can all commiserate about the querying process. I've had great experiences working with agents. I feel like if you get a good agent and they lead you to a good editor, it's a beautiful thing. They make your book better. And it's like part of what I love about the writing process is having 2 people with like such great insight that they help you make your book something that it couldn't be on its own. And they don't even tell you, like the best editor won't tell you what to do. They'll give you an idea of what to do, but they won't tell you how to do it. So it really is up to you and it's still your book. But yeah, that's like the dream of my heart that I will have that experience again with a book that I'm writing now. So anyhow, that was a lot of chit chat about the writing process, but I hope you don't mind. And again, comment below if there are any other particular things about my journals or about how I'm using my traveler's notebook or about querying literary agents that you want to hear about, and I'd be happy to share. Thanks.